Hi there, this is Jebb Adams, and I'd like to welcome all of you viewers. Whether you are returning, previous viewers, and you're returning, thank you. I appreciate your patronage. And if this is your first time, I hope that you find your time well spent here. What I'm going to be doing today is removing the throat plate position bracket. So we're going to be working over here, and we're also going to be working underneath the hook apparatus, mainly with these two throat plate position bracket clamps, one on each side. And they are controlled, those clamps, their movement and their effectiveness, their job is controlled by this lever over here. And on the indicator plate here, in the position that this is in now, it says straight and zigzag for stitching. In the middle position, it says here darn, and for darning and embroidery, I would think. And then over in this position in the extreme left, it says remove. Now I just want to get in there a little bit closer so that you can have a look at that. And because you may end up, some of these machines are train wrecks. Sometimes these parts, sometimes it's been washed off or rubbed off or whatever. So that's what it says there. And we can see here that when I move this lever over here, we can see these clamps or pins rising and lowering, and the throat plate, needle plate coming up with the pins. To remove the plate, which we need to do, we made sure the feed dogs were down. I do have the needle removed from this machine. We needed to do that. So that is out of there. And now we need to go underneath and do some work below. So this machine is going to be interesting for all of us, because I have never restored this machine yet. I've oiled the significant parts up above and down below here, but I have not cleaned it or anything like that. So we're going to have an adventure here, because we're going to kind of see together what it looks like. So, ta-da! Oh my, it's a mess. Never would have thought. Of course, I'm joking. Of course, I would have thought it's a mess. But it is a mess. However, we'll take a look at the mess when we get a little closer to it. I'm going to leave the mess there for now, because that's going to be another episode. And what we're going to be dealing with now is we have to deal with this end of the throat plate position bracket, and that's what this is. This is the throat plate position bracket, and it's controlled from over here by the lever up by the indicator, and then the other end is here. And what it does, let's get a little closer with the lens a little. Okay, as I move there, it is in the regular position for zigzag and straight. There it is in the middle position for embroidery and darning. And what happened there? This moved back and it came up and contacted that pin right there. And then if I push it all the way over to the left, this slides, after going up, this slides back a little, and likewise over here. And so that's very interesting. Well, this thing is called the throat plate position bracket adjusting screw. And this holds down, this secures this end of the throat plate position bracket. And this one is This one is plastic. This is a 500, the 500 series, 500, 50, 503, A and J. They have plastic ones. The 401As, they had steel ones. My 401A over there, it has a steel one. So we have to be careful because those are plastic. So, oopsie daisy, I dropped something. And let me just get this screwdriver. And I'm going to push that lever up a little. It's a little tight. That seems to be pretty slack. Let's try that. See if we can. Oh, we got some turning there. And I'm going to keep my thumb on the throat plate position bracket so that I can get this off. And the other reason I mention that way is because the pins, they have springs inside with them. So, but everything seems to be kind of gummed up. So I'm hoping that I can move this out of the way and not have these pins fire out. And I think they're going to stay. Oops, there we go. And what about the other side? Oh, there we go. Now this right here, that piece right there is, it is this thing right here. This bracket that goes between these two pins. These are the throat plate clamps. And that bracket E is, well, it's a bracket, but I call it the throat plate position bracket clamps bracket. I'm going to let you take a look at this. Now, if you want to take a photo of that, or you'll be able to stop it and enlarge it. But all the names are the proper technical names from the instructions for taking it apart, which are over here on the left. It says removal, and then there's replacement. That'll be my next video will be replacement. But anyway, these are available online, not very easily. You have to look for them. People don't advertise these and give these willingly. It's the service manual for the 500, 503 series singers. I also was fortunate enough to get a service manual for the 401 series and for the 338, which I have 2 of those. So anyway, we've done that. I probably got ahead of myself here. No, I didn't. I'm just going to leave that on for now. And we're going to go back, get a little closer here, and see if we can get these babies out of here so that they can get cleaned. Look at that. The dust is in there so thick, it's falling on me. So, and you know, it's just the nature of the beast. There's those springs. That's all messy. Bit of fun is over. So we can see all these, this is all dirty. This is all gunk stuck on. This is gonna have to be cleaned inside. This tube is gonna have to be cleaned inside. Look at that big piece of dust there. Oh my goodness. Isn't that amazing? And believe it or not, this sewing machine, I bought it from an elderly woman in Laval named Gina, and her husband is a retired tailor, and this is the condition let his wife's beautiful sewing machine get to. Anyway, not to blame him. I'm glad that he did, because this is our class for today. So that's pretty much how it goes. The only other thing that I would like to do now is I would like to take the actual throat plate position bracket itself off. And the way to do that, let me see, the way to do that is I'm going to put that up there again for now. And I'm going to set it up straight. Oopsie daisy, swear that. Hope that wasn't too loud on yours. Sorry, friends. And I'm going to put that over to the right and take this indicator plate off. These are brass screws. Be very careful. Even if somebody strips them and putting them in, they would look like they're fine. If they're really, really extremely difficult to take out, then that's a bit of a problem. Now I'll move that one up there. Good. That one's turning nice too. So neither one of them is stripped, because it's hard to work the throat plate position bracket without the screws in there holding that down. So you can take the indicator plate off. We just turn it 90 degrees. That comes off. This next piece here, this here is called, it's called the stop plate. It's right there. That was the indicator plate, stop plate. And then the next one, so let's get the stop plate. There it is. Put it over there. And then this is the spring. It applies the tension to make that function, to make that little machine function. So now we can turn that, and we're going to turn that 90 degrees, pull that out. Oh, look at the gunk on there. Oh dear. Gonna need a new pair of white gloves for next episode. Anyway, my friends. Sorry. That's at least the second time I've done that. So there is the items, the things we took apart. And I'm going to clean them and I'm going to oil them, degrease them, wash them in soap and water, rinse them in water, and dry them with a hair dryer. I'm also going to clean out these two hollow tubes now and continue along with the beautiful 500J because it's made in Canada. Of course, we proudly call it the Canadian Rocketeer. Anyway, that's all for now, my viewers. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. And comments are always welcome. Peace, and hope you all return. Ciao.